Hey guys, imagine finding something that had been hidden for over 3,000 years. Well, that's exactly what happened in 1922 when a guy named Howard Carter discovered the tomb of King Tutankhamun, also known as King Tut. What's so amazing about this discovery? Let's dive right in and find out. So, picture this. It's 1922, and people have been searching the Valley of the Kings in Egypt for years, trying to find the tombs of ancient pharaohs. But most of them had already been looted by grave robbers. Enter Howard Carter, an Egyptologist, which is a fancy word for someone who studies ancient Egypt, who's determined to find King Tut's lost tomb. Carter didn't give up, even after years of digging and searching. And then on November 4th, 1922, it finally happened. They uncovered a staircase that had been buried for thousands of years. It led them straight to King Tut's tomb, which had somehow remained hidden from all those graves. On the outside, the tomb wasn't too impressive, just a small doorway. But when Carter peered inside for the first time, his heart must have nearly stopped. He said he saw wonderful things, and that's no exaggeration. Inside were over 5,000 treasures. There were golden statues, chariots, jewelry, and even King Tut's famous golden mask. The tomb was full of ancient treasures that hadn't been touched in over 3,300 years. How crazy is that? Most of the other pharaohs' tombs had been robbed ages ago, but King Tut stayed hidden under debris, so it was almost perfectly preserved. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Shortly after the tomb was opened, Carter's sponsor, Lord Carnarvon, who funded the dig, suddenly died, and people started to freak out. They thought it was the curse of the pharaohs. Some believed that anyone who disturbed the tomb would face bad luck or even death. But don't worry, Carter didn't believe in the curse, and he went on to study the tomb for years. While the idea of a curse made the story even more mysterious and exciting, it was probably just a coincidence. Now you might think it's all good vibes, right? Ancient treasures, fame, and everything. Well, not exactly. At the time, Egypt was under British rule, and this amazing discovery stirred up a lot of national pride for Egyptians. They saw King Tut's tomb as a symbol of their ancient civilization, and they weren't happy that British archaeologists were in control of it. This led to a huge argument between Carter and the Egyptian government. Carter wanted to keep working on the tomb, but Egypt wanted more control. Eventually, they worked things out, and most of King Tut's treasures ended up in the Egyptian. While King Tut's tomb didn't tell us everything about his life, it did teach us a lot about ancient Egypt. The treasures gave us a peek into the lives of the super rich back then. We learned about their art, culture, and even what they believed about the afterlife. It was like opening a time capsule from one of the most famous periods. After the discovery, people all around the world went wild for ancient Egypt. Suddenly, Egyptian-inspired designs were in fashion, and King Tut became a global superstar, thousands of years after his death. Even today, Tutankhamun is one of the most famous names from ancient history. So, there you have it. The discovery of King Tut's tomb was one of the most amazing finds in history. Hidden for over 3,000 years, the treasures inside left everyone speechless, and the mystery of King Tut's life and the supposed curse keeps us fascinated to this day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts on King Tut. Would you be brave enough to open an ancient tomb? Let us know.